Hi, and welcome to the 10 square metre workshop. I've been at it again, looking for space to store more stuff in my small workshop. It's largely a matter of looking at spaces that look like they're not accessible, but actually are if you try hard. More about this after this. There's some space around the base of my milling machine that's not much use. Anything I put there just gets covered in chips. There's still space down there that can be better used. The project starts, as usual, by cutting out all the parts of the track saw. This is then glued and pinned together. It's a combination of 9mm ply and 5mm MDF. It's sized to take this grid for drawers. This will take 48 small plastic drawers. Electronics is all about components. The cover is made in exactly the same way. Fitting the cover is the first job. First the bottom position is measured. Then the combined bottom bar and ribbing strip is fitted. Then with the cover in position, the top is marked. I intended joining the top with dowels, so the first step is to make a template so they will match up. I used the template to locate the holes in the cover putting dowels into each one as I drill them. Until they were all in position. The template was then used to drill the holes in the wall, using drills as temporary dowels. Okay, the dowels all line up, but I'm not going to tap them fully home. I want to paint it first. While that's in progress, I can work on the sliding part. First of all, the grid was secured. To the top right is the wire dispenser, shown here with only one reel in place. By the miracles of stop video, the cover is now painted, dry and ready to fit. The dowels are lined up and helped in with a rubber mallet. I'm not using any glue because I may want to take it out sometime. Some small screws complete the installation. It's now firmly in position, taking up space I can't otherwise use. The sliding unit's been given a coat of varnish and can slide in position. An end panel can now be glued and pinned in place. There's no guides, sliding strips, anything else. I'm just relying on a bit of candle wax to keep the friction down. And it results in a pretty smooth movement. Yep, that'll do. The axle for the wires consists of a length of plastic tubing which slides through two holes in the frame, and there's an aluminium flap to prevent it coming out. The reels are then loaded and the wires fed through. I decided I want to make bins for the top out of 5mm MDF. I could have 3D printed these, of course, but it's about a 5-hour print each, and I've got quite a bit of scrap MDF. That means an awful lot of cutting of small pieces. Thank goodness for my track lift system. This allows precise positioning of the workpiece before lowering the track and cutting. Having cut out all the strips, I can now cut them to length. The sides were cut as doubles because I want a sloping front. So I need to part them with a diagonal cut. The fronts were also made in pairs, so I could cut a finger hole in the middle before parting. They were all drilled together with a 25mm Forstner bit, with a depth stop set so I don't drill through my vise. Got the dust extracting. The result is a very neat set of holes. I then separated these two at a time. This is the resulting kit of parts. I made enough for 6, even though there'll only be room for 5. Allows me to make a mistake later on. When you're cutting them in pairs, it doesn't take any longer. This is the layout of a tub. Now I just got to put them together. Glued and pinned together, and then a light sanding, and this is the result. Not bad for scrap wood. So how does it all work in practice? Well, this is the north wall of my shed, and how it normally looks. If I want to use my MFT table, then I open the cupboard or kennel, which gives me access to all my dogs, clamps and other things. If I'm using my milling machine, then I pull this out, which gives me access to an awful lot of tools for that. If I want to get involved in an electronics project, first of all, I lower my main board like this and secure it in place. The soldering iron comes out of the table, and I pull out my new store, bring out the light and switch it on. There. And there I have an electronics workstation. It's a matter of a few seconds to get there. Switch on my bench power supply, scope and soldering iron, and I'm ready to go. It's a working area with everything I need close to hand. A lot more storage for not a lot of effort. All the other aspects of what you saw are covered in some of my other videos. Why not check them out? That's all for this time. Why not subscribe? See you next time.